Now, before anyone panics and notices that there's not a cardboard box here, um, this isn't a break from the norm. We will be unboxing today. We will be unboxing some pop figures. However, the stuff was sent out in the world's biggest box, so I couldn't actually fit it on the side here. Now, I don't want people to get carried away and think because it's the world's biggest box, there's hundreds of pops in it. I just think it's the way that it's packaged, and it is packaged very well. So, and I've actually sliced the box open already just to kind of gauge how I could do it, and things are split down into smaller individual boxes. So we'll crack on with them in a minute. But yeah, this will be another mystery box unboxing. Now, I've changed my most wanted out on the side here to give you an idea of what this box is. So this is a box from a company called Rockbox Toys, which is one I've never used before, and I think, you know, we've seen me do a lot of pop figures, you've seen me into the world of some of the Facebook groups and things like that, but I do want to review and look at kind of the quality of what we get from all the companies that are out there, and hopefully give people a big thumbs up if they do particularly well. But before we get into the mystery box, it's pickups of the week time. So it's a line that I have been picking up slowly but surely and continue to pick up. But my first pickup of the week is from WandaVision, which I know you've seen me put things out before, but it's the 1950s Wanda. So from right at the beginning of the show, big fan of the line, but very interested to see the pop out the box. So let's cut and have a look at what Wanda looks like. And there is the 1950s Wanda. Very good representation of how we saw the style of the character in the show, and as it's a Marvel one, it's got its bobblehead, and I think you might be able to make it out, but she's on an attachable stand, because as I'm sure you can tell from this, massive head compared to very small legs, so there's a little bit of support to help her stand up. And one of the things I also really like about it is the inclusion of the lobster that she's trying to cook from the episode. But yep, as I've said multiple times before, and I'm sure I'll say multiple times again, I absolutely love this show, and what a great pop to continue to add to my line of WandaVision pops. And as Jimmy started to somewhat mock me for, and rightfully so, because who doesn't want to be mocked by their friends, because god damn, I know I'll do it. I've got a thing for couples, and you can't have 1950s Wanda without having Vision from the 1950s. Now, I will pop them out of the box in a minute, but before I do, just to clarify that there are two 50s Visions, one of them being the Chase one, which is him not in his faux human form, but him in his full Vision form in the suit. I have yet to pick one of them up. I bought this one online, and there was the 1 in 6 chance of getting the Chase, so I will have my eye out, and I will be trying to get the Chase at some point, but at the moment, it's just nice to have the two together. So let's have a look at Vish outside his box, and you never know, we might have a little look at the two of them together. As I mentioned, this is again the standard 1950s Vision, just off on his way to work with his little briefcase there, decked out in his goggles. But again, the black and white feature, much like they had with the 50s Wanda, looks spot on to how it was in the show. Now I'm going to try to get Wanda onto the stage with our boys, so excuse the fact that they're going to be scooted around for a second, and hopefully this won't cause carnage. But oh, they're fighting. Let's have a look. There you go, on a day's worth of work, the two of them together. So after making the universe right and having the beautiful couple back together as they should be, let's get on to the mystery box. Now, as you can see on the, oh god, I left or right, I don't even know how it shows on the screen, but this was the Rockbox Toys Summer Sizzler mystery box. I'm looking slightly off to the side because I've got kind of the details here. Now, it was $9.99 per mystery box, so a really kind of cheap one. And I think that's something to maybe mention is that, you know, the cheaper the box, the more likely you're going to get low-end cheap pops in it. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to get pops that you want, because I know there's certainly a lot in my eye line that don't hold a lot of value. However, at that $9.99 price point, you may see ones that come in under that, and we may see those ones today. However, there are a number of top hits. Now, in those top hits, we have the Black Light Cheshire Cat. We have a Deadpool as a bear. There's a Freddy Funko. We've got, I think that's the Venomized Ghost Rider. Iron Patriot, which is a Funko Shop exclusive. Another Freddy Funko. That, and terrible memory on my namings here, but that is Iron Man's daughter from Endgame. What I think is Ghost Tony Stark, Loki, and Pietro Maximoff. Now, this is a hit or miss box, so I believe the run was, in fact, I will just check. I believe the run was 350 boxes, and within that it says there's 150 exclusives and 200 common Funko Pops. Now, even in those 150 exclusives, you know, that can be a massive range in value. But looking at the 10 there, in that 350 pop run, you know, your chances of hitting in them are slim. But again, at the £10 price point, or the $9.99 price point, I thought it was worth a crack. If I was picking my dream one to hit, and as I showed you earlier, I'm collecting WandaVision, I would love to get the Pietro Maximoff. But to be honest, I'd be really happy with any of them. So let's get the first one out. And again, nice packaging. So, and as I say, the box is packaged particularly well, but let's open it up and see what is inside. I don't really know how this is going to be presented. Oh, it's putting up a fight as well, so doesn't love the sound of ripping sticky stuff. So let's just pop it open like this, and hopefully, so even within, again, really nice packaging, bubble wrapped within. So I'm just gonna pop them out. I think I'll keep these boxes, use them for any trades. So I'll just pop that there, and let's try to not look. But yeah, I mean, like, outside of the valuation of any of these pops that I get, I've got to give them a big pat on the back for how well protected they are. And now I guess that indicates to me why the box was so big. And even in tissue paper within, so they really have taken good care of it. Ruined it. Absolutely ripped their tissue paper. All that effort that someone probably went to get them in. So, and I didn't realise this, but I do actually think, yeah, it actually does say that in the costing thing. So all of them do come in a pop protector as well, and pop protectors tend to be about £1 each. So I guess if you chuck that into the value, and I do like using them, so for all the pops I've got back here, they are slowly but surely getting into pop protectors, because often they can sell out. But let's have a look at pop number one. It is Gunther from Friends. Let's get Gunther out the box, and maybe I'll go through my feelings on Friends. So where do I start with Friends? A franchise that I know is beloved around the world. I think it's the most watched TV show ever. And I confess at this point, as Gunther spins around in front of me, I do not like Friends. In fact, I am actively anti-Friends. Although I will say, at the time when it first came out, yes, I did watch it, and for a couple of seasons it did hold my attention, and I thought it was reasonably funny for what it was. But I just think I hate the fact that they span the same jokes out over and over again, and the characters just become detestable for me. Now, strangely enough, Gunther was one of the ones that I liked in it. I thought he had a bit of a hard time. Thought he was treated quite badly by these so-called heroes of the show. Now, Gunther comes in at £7, so under the box value. But interestingly, with Gunther, there is a chase one of his. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is with the chase. I think he's holding a sign rather than obviously what he's doing here with the actual coffee cup that he's cleaning up, which he's often seen doing in the show. And I think his shirt changes colour as well. I think it may go from orange to pink. But the first Friends pop in my line, in my collection, should I say, and I don't think it will stay here very long. So now that I've exercised my demons about Friends, then let's get out box number 2. When I said I might reuse these boxes, I guess being a bit more careful when I'm ripping open these sides, but I guess they can just be taped back down. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. It's weird, you try to minimise the noise, but ultimately probably make more noise when you're trying to minimise the noise. So again, packaged really nice, bubble wrapped, and I think by the feel of it and by the size of it, this is not a generic Funko Pop. When I say generic, I think it's probably either a 2-pack or maybe a movie moments, which if it is, they'll be my first 2-pack or movie moments in the collection. But certainly it is sized differently to what I'm used to. And my God, no one clipped that bit out. I know what some of my colleagues in the podcast would do to a statement such as that. Right, so let's get the tissue off. I promise I'm not trying to make as much noise as possible. I'm trying to do it underneath without looking at it. So let me feel which way is the front. I presume that's the front, and I think this is the right way up. So what have we got? We have got White Knight Batman and White Knight the Joker. Yeah, so as I say, my first ever 2-pack, and it is a special edition one. So let's have a look at the Caped Crusader and his long-term and forever ever enemy out of the box. Now what I have discovered is my camera doesn't like to focus when there's 2 figures on there, so you're going to see them one by one outside of the 2-pack. But first up is the Joker. Now, as I say, this is from the White Knight Batman and the White Knight the Joker, which is a comic book series by DC. Now, I'm quite a big comic book fan, comic book reader, but it's not a series I have read. I have seen the covers for it, and I mean, looking at this Joker design, I mean, it's quite cool. There he is, purple trousers, got his little doll Batman, got a blade there, a razor blade, for presumably attacking his little Batman doll. But yeah, it's quite cool. It's made me quite intrigued to probably pick up the comic. And what would the Joker be without Batman? So here is Batman, and holding what looks like a kind of whip with the Batarang at the end. So I'm thinking probably maybe a bit more kind of noir-y, set in sort of 50s gang days or something like that. And I think you get that off of his costume as well. I quite like how the bat symbol is shown. Now, I said this is my first 2-pack, and from valuation wise, it's coming very nice. It comes in at £28, which is well over the $9.99 paid for the box, and obviously goes some way to wiping out the little deficit on me Gunther. So good for my collection, because these are going to stay in there, because I'm quite keen on these. Opens up a new avenue, and I do plan on starting getting a few more DCs, but also that added bonus that it comes in with more value than what I paid for it. So yet again, the swings and roundabouts of mystery box opening. As I mentioned, the sticker will probably impact the price, but cracking little pickup there. So box number 3, and the final box of the day. And also, like as I say, I'm quite chuffed to get a little 2-pack in the collection. Funny enough, I do have what I thought was going to be my first 2-pack that I was going to open on the stream. Currently on order in a box, and it's winging its way to me through the Royal Mail system. But this one beat us to it. So let's see what we can get out of pop number 3. So again, I can't see because of the green tissue, which is great, brilliantly packaged, but this one is a singular pop, so let's make a lot of noise. Or let's fail to be able to remove sellotape from a piece of packaging. I see some people when they do this, they just like tear it open, and I don't know, it speaks to a little bit like, this is how I open Christmas presents. I try not to rip the paper. God knows why, because I'm not going to reuse the paper, but it just feels like something particularly mean when someone's made an effort to actually get to wrap something up. And when I say that, I assume they've made an effort, or possibly they wrap like me, which is as quickly as they possibly can, and chuck as much sellotape on it as possible to try and get the horrendous nightmare that is wrapping stuff over and done with. So my last chance at a top hit, and would be my first top hit from a mystery box ever. Not that I've been doing it for that long, but let's see what we've got. Weirdly enough, and again, maybe we'll find out a little bit more of my friend's affiliation or non-affiliation when we look at Phoebe Buffet out of box. Now this is either an illustration of, like buses, you wait for everyone to come along at once, or probably this is justice for me absolutely caning friends. So here is Phoebe out of the box. Now I think, and again Friends fans would destroy me for this because they're probably remembering even the episode title, but I'm pretty sure this is when she's filming a music video, and it might even be a music video for the iconic Smelly Cat song, which possibly is the cat that she's holding. I mean, having a look at the Friends line, there's a lot of moments, I guess, for them to capture, and it's worth mentioning in a mystery box line like this, to get 2 from the same line isn't particularly uncommon. They've not been around for too long, these pops, and as much as I think they probably sell well, I think they probably get stocked quite heavily, so when mystery box runs come, it's a chance for the company to thin down what they have on hand. As I say, you know, when you're going for mystery boxes, you're looking for the big and the top hits, but the companies also need to get something out of it as well. I'd say the most disappointing thing about this pop was it does bear a bit of a resemblance, certainly haircut wise, to Esmeralda, the mother from Bewitched. So when I first saw it, I thought, oh brilliant, I've got that to go along into my Bewitched collection with Samantha, but no, instead it was Phoebe. Shame, but someone might want it in a trade. So there we have it. No top hit, unfortunately, but when you look at the valuation side, the 3 boxes come together is just under £30, and valuation at the moment on TPD, you're looking at £44, and obviously for the 2 singular ones, the pop protectors come with them, which I will use, but are £1 each. So decent value on that point. Now, maybe one of the things that's hard to judge is on a one such as this, a hit or miss. The high chances is that you're going to miss. The odds are against you, but would I recommend any Rockbox Toys mystery box runs? From this I would. I mean, looking at their description, they were very honest about how many exclusive stickers and how many hits there were in it, and that the rest would be made up of common pops. And do I have any interest in the Friends one? No. They're going to go straight into sale or trade, whatever I can get for them, because it's just not a line I'm interested in. But there are many lines with tons of commons that I would have been interested in. So, and it made it clear that 250 of the boxes were just going to be commons. So I'm more than happy with that. So Rockbox Toys, I'll keep my eyes peeled for any further mystery box runs that they do, and I'll certainly jump into them again. Packaging wise, excellent. I think it's a store that I'll now look at to see what they've got in stock, to see if they've got anything that I want to pick up individually, and I think they will become one of the stores that I use. So to kind of wrap up for this episode, like I did in the last one, I'm kind of leaning into this. What was my favourite pop of the week? It's hard because I love WandaVision, and I love that line, and it is a line that I will complete, but the hope is to. But how can I choose between Wanda and Vision? Whereas it's quite nice to actually get something that I really like out of a mystery box, and something that I didn't even know existed. So for me, the pop of the week has to go to White Knight Batman and White Knight Joker. So as ever, please like, subscribe and share, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this, whether it's a mystery box that you would consider doing. Do you think it's a good line? And, you know, what was your pop of the week? And, you know, if you're looking to do any trades and you're looking to get some common friends pops, give me a shout and I'll trade away. All right, speak to you all later. Cheers, bye. Thanks for watching, and just remember, you can join the Cult of Egg by liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel. We release regular content where we talk about all things geek, all things pop culture, and all things that we're interested in. You can also come along and join the discussion on Facebook groups and Renaissance Cast. And you can join us on our Twitch channel where Stu regularly streams games. And if you'd like to support us, then please follow the link for the Patreon. Thanks very much.